Hello and welcome back to another video of Brotato. Today we're going to be playing the Arms Dealer in Abyssal Terrace. And you can see here we have negative 95% weapons price, damage modifications increased by 33%. We have a Dangerous Bunny, which gives us a free reroll every shop. Shops always sell at least one weapon, and all of our weapons are destroyed when entering a shop. We also have plus 30 harvesting, which is pretty nice, so we get some additional materials and XP to kind of make up for all the materials we're going to have to spend on weapons this run, since our weapons are going to get constantly destroyed every shop. But yeah, we're going to not be... Wait a second. Okay, we're going to be focusing on luck. Okay, we didn't get luck. Luck, harvesting, or just damage percent are all going to be really nice stats for us. Okay, we got both. I will actually go ahead and take luck early on. Luck and harvesting are going to be more priority in my book. We're going to pick up a shuriken, dodge and harvesting, but we lose both of our damage stats. That is not a good trade for us. Let's go ahead and skip that. And I'm just picking up shurikens because it's pretty much just what I got. Max HP is going to be completely fine. Going into wave 2, it's very safe. Nothing to really worry about. 3% crit, and this is a good one. So we actually get melee damage, and we get crit chance, which applies to both melee and range weapons. That's perfect. We do not need any more weapons, by the way. We're going to roll one more time here. A hedgehog, nice. That is great. Okay, so hedgehog is going to give us melee and range damage as well. Anything that can apply to both melee and range damage is going to be a pretty good pickup. So that also includes damage percent, not just like the hedgehog, which directly gives those stats, but anything that can apply to melee or range damage is going to be nice, as long as it doesn't take away from the other. That's going to be an easy way to play in a very flexible manner, pretty much, so we can pick up either melee or range weapons throughout the run. And again, harvesting, yes, harvesting luck are going to be really good early on. Damage percent is also nice. We could get some ghost scepters potentially. Ghost flint, damage percent for range. Let's pick up this ghost flint. And then tier 2 shuriken is good. Ghost scepter. Lifesteal for knockback. We could take it, but it's pretty expensive right now. Let's just go and skip it. And now we have 3 scepters. I'm going to go to combine these and lock a corrupted shard. Because a corrupted shard... Also, this is something you could do potentially, is you lock a weapon which you want to get more copies of in the future. So for example here, I can lock this ghost flint. This is just for an example. I'm not necessarily going to play around ghost weapons, but this is a way you can quote unquote abuse the system for finding weapons, is every shop you leave one of the weapon locked which you want to continue using. So for example, if we find a shuriken, we like the shuriken, we can play around it by leaving one shuriken in the shop every time, locked, and then when we go into the shop, we pick it up, and then we can roll after we have the shuriken, which pretty much just means we are going to have an easier time consistently finding shurikens every single shop. 2 range damage, you know what, we'll take it because it's a tier 2 upgrade, and more harvesting. So here, for example, Ghost Flint, pick it up, right? I'm also going to pick up all of these and then reroll. And then we have an easier time finding ghost flints if I keep rolling like this. See? 3 ethereal weapons. Just like that. And then again, if I wanted to, I could lock this ghost scepter. Just like this. And leave it there. I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. We're not necessarily going to play around this weapon. So it's completely fine. I'll just pick up all of these and combine some of them. So we get more stats. Plus luck. We do lose a little bit of damage percent. And we have a modifier on that. But the attack speed is still going to be really good. The coffee is just nice value. 10% attack speed is great for us. Let's be a little careful. There's one single lamprey here on wave 4. Trying to do all of the work for his teammates. Like a 1v 1v100 for the lamprey. Every other enemy here is not really dangerous. We're gonna try and kill this loot pig. Nice. Okay, we managed to get the loot crate there. Huge. Plus 3 melee damage, minus 2% crit. We will still take it, it's okay. And we'll take more harvesting, and some move speed is actually good. Of all of these, a rock, sure, why not? And then just, yeah, we'll just pick up some more primitive weapons, and a jelly! That's actually interesting. Because a lot of times you end up with lots of different weapons when you're playing the arms dealer, if you're not specifically doing what I said earlier, where you just lock a weapon over and over. Like I could lock this, and then next wave I only go for precise weapons, right? I'd actually say, if anything, going for something like heavy weapons can be really good, because heavy weapons give you the weapon class heavy, gives you additional damage percent, which kind of synergizes really well with our passive. So maybe if we do find a heavy weapon, we can go for that. And then we can play around heavy weapons today. Okay, we could also take this. A bunch of HP regen is actually not bad for us. It's just a nice stat to make us safer throughout our run. If it ends up getting us up to, let's say, 15 HP regen, that is amazing. That is more than enough for the cost of the item. So, absolutely worth picking up. Okay. Oh, there's a tree up here. We're gonna make sure we take those down. Also kill all of the loot aliens and the cursed, like, loot pigs. Or they're called sea pigs, I believe. Because they give you bonus curse, and they can also... The loot pigs will give you bonus loot crates. So, all of those are really helpful. Okay, nice. Almost 200 materials there. Max HP and HP regen. We're actually going to take this. And more harvesting. Okay. Some range as well. We're in the negative. That's completely fine. We get this. We can just take... Oh, there it is. A heavy weapon, guys. That's what I was talking about. We don't want to take that, though. Broken Mouth is quite nice. We'll take that. Another heavy weapon. We're going to lock this. Take the tree and keep rolling. Another heavy weapon again. And then we can take this. Oh, we would have to take it now. You know what? We're going to play around what I said, though. We're going to leave it in the shop. We'll just play with 3 weapons. I think these weapons are really good. The Cacti Club is an amazing weapon, actually. It's not, like, completely broken or S tier, but it's just very strong against a lot of small enemies. It has a nice sweeping motion, where it kind of hits pretty much everything in melee range. So, it does a good job of clearing out small enemies, which is exactly what we're facing here. Oh, nice. We got our first loot crate from a tree, I think. First or second? I kind of forgot, but yeah. Yeah, this is one way you can play the arms dealer. Pretty much you find the weapon class that you want. Like, if you want to play shredders, for example, you find an explosive weapon or a gun, and then you always leave one locked until so you can consistently find them again in the next shops. Because whatever weapon you have, we're going to take this, by the way, 2 melee damage. Whatever weapon you have, and 3 armor, you have a higher chance of finding those similar weapons in the shops that you roll. So we have a primitive slash heavy weapon here. We have a much higher chance of finding heavy weapons now. We're just going to go ahead and pick up all of these random things, sure. And then we just want to roll and try to get another... you know what, let's do this and try to find another... Oh, a sniper gun. Oh my god. That is so strong. We could take that and just murder everything. This weapon is ridiculous, by the way. I think we're not going to do it. I don't want you guys to have to get, like, extremely diverged from my run. Okay, we didn't find a heavy weapon, so we lost our primitive slash heavy cycle. That's okay. It's not a big deal. But if we do find heavy weapons, that's great, because we have the damage percent modifier. Realistically, though, we can play with anything. So, for example, that sniper gun we just skipped, that would have been kind of fun. But just because we have a sniper gun doesn't mean we're gonna find more of them. It's actually really difficult. Something else we could have done is just locked it until the boss, and just had it locked there for a few rounds. That's kind of overkill. I don't think it's necessary. We should be able to kill the boss with whatever we find later. I'm not too worried about that right now. And by boss, I mean elite, sorry. The first elite we're going to face, which will be in a few waves. I think it was a wave 11 elite that we're going to face. Alien Eyes, 55 materials. Oh, it's so many materials. This is a really good item. We're going to take it. Recycle this. We don't want to lose armor. We'll take a jelly. More HP regen. And I want damage stats, preferably. Oh, max HP is also good. 9 max HP. Okay, now we can go ahead and pick up, let's say, a medical gun. That's good. Laser gun. I'm going to go for guns here. Medical gun. Ugly Tooth helps reduce enemy move speed. That's great. Shotgun. Spyglass is amazing. Reroll price reduced is great. So is the alloy. Plus 3 ranged and melee damage. And it gives crit chance. That is great for us. Let's reroll again. Another medical gun and a scar. What we're going to do now is actually lock this pistol so we can play around guns next round. I think having ranged weapons for bosses slash elites is a lot safer than melee weapons. It's also just way easier for people to play, in my opinion. I think Oh, wait a second. Let's be careful. Oh, this guy's so tanky. Oh my god, this Lamprey. That was a cursed Lamprey, so it was actually really tanky versus us. But yeah, I think pretty much any player who's played the game a lot knows that ranged weapons are not like they're much stronger than melee weapons in this game. They scale way better, and one of the reasons is just that you don't have to be too close to enemies, and also if you get too much range with melee weapons, then the animation makes the weapons attack way slower. So if you go in a long run and you use melee weapons the entire time and you get a bunch of range, eventually you're not going to be able to clear out the enemies very safely. Oh, trees are great. Damage percent, yes, amazing. Alloy, and then get the gun, and another baby squid, and another this. Oh my god. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use our passive a little bit more finally. Shops always sell at least one weapon, so we're going to use that to try and find more guns here with only 2 slots. Gun. Any more guns? A cursed inker. Okay. Not right now, not right now. And then we can lock these 2 guns, okay? There we go. So next wave we can go ahead and pick up those items. But we just leave them for now. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Diplicalis alive. It's that big guy over there laying eggs on the ground. Because he's gonna spawn some slashers for us, which we can kill for bonus materials. Actually, this might be a bad idea. I think there are too many small enemies and we don't have enough piercing for them. We do have our shotguns and pistols, but that's not nearly enough piercing to get through all of these enemies. So I'm gonna try and break all the eggs that I can. And the rest of them I will just kill naturally, it's fine. Yeah, I should have done 6 weapons, I'm very greedy here. There's always a hard balance to strike when you're playing the arms dealer, between being greedy and not wasting money on guns. Or, sorry, not guns, but just weapons in general. We're completely fine though. We just won't be able to kill all the enemies, so we're gonna miss out on materials. But we still made 440. Damage percent, nice. More range damage, we'll take it. Attack speed is great, we don't have that much. And we'll pick up all of these, and... oh, a coupon, nice, okay. Oh, nice, okay, so we're going into a horde next wave, right? We want to keep that in mind. And since we are keeping that in mind... oh, whistle is nice as well. We are going to save the minigun for the horde wave. We're not going to buy it now. We'll take it next wave when we are going into an actual difficult wave. So you always want to try and do this. If you find a strong weapon close to a horde / elite wave, in our case next wave, you want to lock it. I think even if you're 2 waves away, it's still fine. Maybe even 3 waves away, it's still fine. More than that is kind of pushing it. You're kind of closing off a lot of your rerolls at that point. But it's worth it if you think, or not even if you think, it's pretty much just worth it, because it'll make sure you can clear the wave properly. For us, clearing out that horde wave is going to be really difficult if we don't have good weapons. And the only way to alleviate that is by locking that minigun and saving it for the horde wave. It could have been the sniper rifle as well, but that was way earlier, so we wouldn't have been able to use it. We would have had it locked for a long time, which is just not worth it. Nice, 570 materials. Another jelly as well. We can recycle that. More luck is great. And now we take the minigun going into the horde wave. Another minigun immediately. Okay, sure. And a goblet. That's actually pretty nice, but it's so expensive. I don't think we need it either. Max HP for damage percent. No, thank you. Attack speed and range are good. Another minigun. Okay, we're getting so many miniguns. Also, the bone dice is really nice, as is the crystal. Crystal gives you a bunch of attack speed. Bone dice trades max HP for damage percent. And you want to remember, we're getting additional damage percent. Another gun. We're just going to go ahead and take this crossbow and even a hand, and we'll just go like this. I want to leave another gun in the shop for next wave. Playing around guns tends to be really safe because they're just good range options. They're a good range weapon option. And there are also so many guns in the game. You can play around pretty much any of them. Of course, some are better than others. Like the minigun is really good here, going to this horde. We also could have played completely differently and locked in melee weapons. We could still do that if we wanted to stop playing with guns, we could just switch to some melee weapons. But like I said, if you're newer and you're using this video as an actual educational guide, as opposed to like entertainment, then you probably want to play with the ranged weapons if you can. So try to do what I've been doing, which is like consistently lock at least one gun or one ranged weapon. That way you can find more of them in the next shop, or like every shop you'll be able to find more and more. Power Generator is actually really nice because we're going to want to get more move speed later. Let's just pick up some now. More max HP. Okay, this is kind of a lot of max HP. We don't need much more at this point. A crystal, laser gun, another one of these. SMG is a gun. Jelly is nice for max HP. SMG again. Laser gun. Gentle alien, snail to slow enemy move speed. It does take away from our speed a little bit, but that's okay. Lock in SMG now. A ritual and one more reroll. Oh, harvesting, nice. Okay, we can take this. We'll just take a rocket launcher. It's a good weapon. I would have taken pretty much anything there. Rocket launcher happens to be a weapon that scales up range damage, which is great for us. Okay, at this point, all I'm doing is moving around trying to get all the materials. This character is really interesting because I think, personally, the drawback is kind of fake, especially in a 20 wave run. The issue is, it's very hard for an inexperienced player to understand what they should be doing with their materials, and what weapons they should be picking up, and what weapons are even good. Things like this, right, can be really difficult, because there's not that much consistency, especially if you don't know the thing I mentioned, which is that when you have a weapon, if you reroll, you have a very increased chance to find weapons from the same weapon class. So we lock one gun every shop, right? And then we can pick up that gun when we go into the shop, right? We have 0 weapons, but we lock the SMG. So now we can pick up this SMG, and we have a much harder chance to find more SMGs in the shop now when we roll. So if you don't know that, it makes it very difficult, I think, to consistently play around a weapon class or specific weapons, right? But once you know that, it becomes a lot easier. And then you just have to think about, okay, well, what stats do I want, right? Damage percent, obviously incredible. We don't need flamethrower, by the way. Let's keep going. Missile is good as well. We have so much damage percent, though, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna pick up these two, and hopefully... Okay, nice, I did get a gun immediately. Let's see, hopefully I get some more guns to actually play with. And lock this one. I could have lost the guns there, but I would have been okay with it, to be honest. I could have just switched to a different weapon. Again, I am playing really flexibly here. I'm not necessarily forcing guns, but if I can just keep juggling guns every shop and picking up more every shop, then I'll just do that, because I do think guns, again, very safe weapon, like insanely good DPS, very consistent. So if you can use guns every wave for the entire run, it should be a really smooth and easy run. Maybe we'll find a sniper gun for the final boss. That would be nice. Also, for the final wave, obviously I'll mention this when we actually get there, but I will re-mention it. It's good to actually save some materials going into like from the previous wave, going into the final shop. That way you have more materials to work with, so you can roll for the best weapons possible. Okay, huge. More harvesting. Okay, sure. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? Let's take it, sure. Also, speed is really good for us. We don't care about dodge. We'll take lifesteal. So now we have the knots. So we just got a bunch of damage percent and max HP, and it doesn't really impact us at all, because we always lose our weapons anyways. Damage percent, crit, and dodge. No, it's a little too expensive. Let's go ahead and skip that and look for more guns. Another minigun. Okay, there's so many miniguns today. And any more guns? Spyglass for cheaper rerolls. Precise. Yeah, we'll just take these two. I want the baby gecko next round, potentially. Okay, so see, perfect example. We did not find a gun. So we're just going to go ahead and toss the guns out. We'll switch to something else, potentially. If we find another gun later, we can use it. But if you look at our stats, 17 melee damage, 17 range damage. We can easily use whichever weapon we want, whatever weapon we want. So anything we find, we will just go ahead and use. Crossbows are nice, so pretty happy to have these. They also scale off range damage, and we have 2 miniguns already. So just, you know, I'd say one thing you can do is stay consistent. That can be nice. Just having like 6 melee weapons or 6 range weapons when you go into a wave, so you don't feel like confused as to where you should be, like what range you should be at, or the attack speed of your weapons, things like these. Oh, okay. Go get this tree. Do we get another loot crate? No. Oh, another tree. Oh, no loot crate. No loot crates today, guys. Also, we have 90 max HP, everyone. We're very tanky. We're very, very tanky. Harvesting has stacked up to 172 as well. Okay. We'll recycle the Wandering Bot. We don't really need that. We'll take range damage. That's okay. More range. More HP regen. We lose a little attack speed. Sure, why not? And you know what? We could play around the Icicle or other weapons like this. Precise / Elemental. Sure, let's just do that. Precise Elemental. Piggy Bank. Precise Elemental. Oh, there was a gun. We could have played around it. Oh. Particle Accelerator. We are going into an elite. Sure, let's take it. Why not? And anything else? A medical gun. We'll lock that. Pick up an alien eyes and attack speed for damage percent. I think that's okay. And speed and range. Okay. Actually, let's take it. We don't want to be greedy. We're going to an elite. Let's just play like normal. Okay, we're against the spider crab. So we're just going to focus on hitting him. He spawns a bunch of little crabs in his first phase. This is his second phase. He just throws single slashes at you. Phase 3 now. He does these like 2 crisscrosses of 4 slashes. You just have to make sure you're moving either left or right, down or up. Just choose a direction, you know, you have to react in time. That's it. Very simple. And he's down though. That was extremely easy, right? And the reason it's so easy is because, again, we have 33% damage modifications. That applies to range damage, that applies to melee damage, and it applies to damage percent. So our weapons are scaling like insane amounts. And that's kind of, I assume it's supposed to be balanced, but it's not. It's just not. Because it's very easy to just find tier 2 and 3 weapons, and they're going to be significantly better than other characters' tier 2 or 3 weapons at the same points in the run. Oh, this is amazing. Attack speed and crit chance? In Anvil. Oh, it's actually kind of funny. We'll take it. Crit chance for damage percent. We can take it. We have so much damage percent already. And we do not need lifesteal or even HP regen. Oh, 12 harvesting, sure. It's a little late, but we'll take it. Speed range, attack speed for damage percent. That's a good trade for us. And let's see, can we find a better sort of weapon here? Oh, it's really expensive, but we'll lock it. Okay, yeah, nice. Precise. Let's go for precise then. Precise weapons. 3 is good. Another one. And a gun. Okay, we can save the gun for the upcoming elite. We'll leave that there for now. And I mentioned this a few times, right? But range weapons are going to be much easier to play around. So I'd say if you can save range weapons when you're going into elites, that's probably going to be helpful for you as a just to make it easier. Like in this case, we're just fighting a random trash wave. There's nothing really difficult here. So I can just pick up whatever I want and go through these waves fairly easily. We do have 92 max HP. Don't forget that. That is insane, by the way. Like, considering how much damage we have, this max HP is not fair. This is ridiculous. It's like we are extremely tanky. We're rich. We get to get weapons every shop for very cheap. But the harvesting makes it so that we don't even really lose anything from having to rebuy weapons. The only thing lost is that we can't really get tier 4 weapons easily. That's pretty much the only weakness. Oh my god. Okay, we have so much max HP, this is probably worth taking at this point. Just 8 melee, 8 range damage, and it's actually more, right? Because we get the boost. Oh wow, in a baby with a beard. That is ridiculous too. So every time we kill an enemy, it's gonna fire a bolt that does 81 damage. And okay, this is insane, these items. 40 harvesting, so now we're up to 274. Okay, we keep getting like healing upgrades, but we don't need those. We'll just take 3 armor, sure. And now we can take the gun, plus some crit chance. Gun, gun XP gain. Any more guns, potentially? Another gun. Yeah, we'll take it. And any more? Gun. Oh, that's really good. And 2 guns. Okay, we'll take the revolver and leave the SMG. Actually, oh, I'm so you know what? No, I can't. I can't recycle or sell because of the knot, so we'll just leave it there. I would have had to have decided earlier. It's not gonna matter, just look at the boss. Okay, well. Okay, his mechanics didn't matter, I'm sorry. He died in 5 seconds. But if you followed along, hopefully you did the same thing to whatever elite you just fought. That was the Megalodon. Generally what I do against him is constantly move in a circle, like, kind of circle around him. And then when he charges, he'll just miss you completely if you just keep circling him, and you go behind him. And then you move back towards him while his charge is on cooldown. And that's the entire fight, that's it. Just keep moving around him and behind him, behind him, rinse and repeat, and he'll never hit you. But in our case, we're playing the Arms Dealer. This character is way too strong once you know how to play it. So yeah, we have 93 health and we deal too much damage. We killed the boss in about 5 seconds, so there wasn't anything really to explain there. Okay. And we're through the wave, easy. 800 materials and 4 loot crates. Okay. Oh, so this could incentivize us to take more melee damage, but I actually would rather just recycle it and keep playing with ranged weapons. Crit for armor is good. We have so much armor already. We don't even need the fruit, honestly. Let's skip it. Attack speed, sure, we'll just take that. Okay, nice. More damage percent. This, more speed and range, huge. And then we have a gun again, so let's look for more guns. We don't really need this max HP. We could take it just to make sure we're at the cap. Another gun, a peacock for more XP gain. Oh, a nuclear launcher. Wait, let's save that. Let's save that. Okay, we're gonna save that for the final boss. Also, the sunken bell is fun too. The only issue is it's kind of nerfing us because it's making it so we can't find weapons here. Okay, let's take this then. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna save the nuclear launcher for the final boss. That should be pretty fun. We don't really have the best setup for it, but I think it'll still be really fun, so we'll definitely save that for wave 20. Yeah, the Arms Dealer is such an interesting character, because it's definitely one of those characters that scales with how good you are at Brotato. I personally think so, at least. It's not even like, necessarily like, that doesn't mean like you can't be good at him. It just means that pretty much the more knowledge you have about the game, the more knowledge you have about stats and their importance, the more knowledge you have about enemies, the easier the Arms Dealer becomes. And you could say that's true for every character, but I think it's more true for the Arms Dealer. Like, he has a very high skill ceiling, in a sense. It's not necessarily very high, but I think most Brotato characters are not that difficult, so it's very high compared to the other characters, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's great. Melee, ranged, and crit chance. Yeah, we'll take it. More damage percent, sure. Some dodge, we don't need that. Let's reroll a little bit. Okay, they do not want it. Okay, yeah, damage percent, sure. Like, they don't. Okay, we'll just take range. We give up. We give up. You win, game. You win. Okay. We'll look for ethereal weapons here. Oh, sunken bell. Let's pick that up as well. Crit chance. Ooh, that's a lot of crit chance, guys. It's very greedy to lock this right now, but you know what they say about me. I'm very greedy. Okay, anyways, keep going. More ghost ones. More ghost ones. Sure, we're just getting a bunch of ghost ones, I guess. Some range. And we'll save the last 81 materials, it's fine. We don't have enough materials for the final wave, of course. We'll get the nuclear launcher and then try to look for some, maybe more nuclear launchers. That'd be great. Maybe, oh, it'd be so nice if we found a legendary weapon. Actually, I don't remember the last time I found a legendary weapon. It might have been an Excalibur, or was it Excalibur or a scythe? I don't remember. It was, I think it was Excalibur though, but I don't remember when that was, how long ago that was. I feel like it's been a few weeks since I've seen a legendary weapon. Which is kind of crazy because I feel like I used to find them like every week, like at least one. one a week, just from a couple runs. Okay. Kill as much as possible. We need to run through all the enemies here. Okay, nice. I ran in and triggered my sunken bell at the last second as well. Okay, damage percent. We don't need landmines. No, we're not taking that. More crit chance. Yes, we'll take it. Let's roll a bit for something. Okay, crit chance, nice, yes. And more crit. Get the nuclear launcher, yes. Huge. Okay. 415 explodes on hit. Well, well, well. Here we go. That is also really good, by the way. That anchor. Yeah, I mean, we're taking it. We want to kill this enemy as quickly as possible. That's the goal. Yeah, any cursed weapons. I'll be so happy to pick up anything that's cursed. We'll just take more of these, though, for now. Naval slash anchor. Oh, wait. That's a lot of attack speed. It's really expensive, but I think it's worth it. It's only worth it if we actually find some more good weapons, though. Oh, another anchor. And I guess we're stuck with the thief dagger. But yeah, that's it, guys, okay? That is the arms dealer. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below, of course. Okay, that boss took about 6 seconds to kill. It's not too bad. It's a little slow, but not bad. And that is it, okay? That's the arms dealer, guys, in the Abyss. I hope you enjoyed, and maybe leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Next time, we're going to be playing the streamer. This is probably my top 3 favorite character. It might be my favorite, I'm not sure. So I hope you guys come and watch that on Monday. But yeah, I'll see you again next week, okay? Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.